So let us look at the question here. In a state there are 30 lakh people. So the 30 lakh is written here. That is the grand total here. Okay. Out of these, 10 lakh people live in urban areas. So we have to look for the tab urban areas. So urban areas. So whether they are men, women, literates, illiterates, total number of people who live in urban areas are 10 lakh. In urban areas, there were 7 lakh male people. So again in urban area, the total number of male population is 7, which is written here. Okay. Next. Out of which 2.5 lakh are illiterates. So of these, sorry, they have made a mistake here. It should be illiterate. They have made it illiterate. So this is the correct one. Okay. So out of 10 lakh people in the urban areas, the total number of men living here are 7. Out of which 2.5 lakh are illiterates. Okay. In the urban areas, 2 lakh ladies are illiterates. Actually, this figure has been, it should have been literate here, but they have made the reverse, I guess. So switch it. The 4.5 should be here and the 2.5 should be here, or 2.5 here is correct. It should have been 4.5 here instead of 2.5, or it should have been literates instead of illiterates. In urban areas, 2 lakh ladies are illiterates. So in urban area, 2 lakh ladies are illiterates. In the rural, there were 15 lakh males. So in the rural population of male is 15 lakhs. Out of which 5 lakh are literates. So of this 15, 5 are literates. In the rural areas, 3 lakh ladies were illiterates. So these are the numbers here. So whichever number there is no star mark, they are all the numbers given in the data. So using that data, we have to compute the blank table here. So rest of the star figures were actually blank, but we have computed them. See the footnotes here. It is the computed figures. Remaining are given figures. Source imaginary. So there is no source for this data. It is been constructed by the author of the book. Okay. So now we start one by one. Okay. So the total number of men in the urban area is 7 lakh. So out of this 2.5 are literates. So 7 lakh minus 2.5 would be 4.5. So if 2.5 are literates, 4.5 are illiterates. So that constitutes of 7 lakh. Next. Similarly, 2.5 here are literates in the urban, and in the rural area 5 lakh people are 5 lakh males are literates. So 5 plus 2.5 would be 7.5. Okay. Similarly, you are trying to calculate all the figures using the given figures. Okay. So this is how you are constructing a table. Okay. A huge table, a manifold table. First you are trying to identify the entities, and secondly you are writing them according to the convenience and according to your size of the paper, and at last fill the table with the numbers given here and then go on doing the calculations. You can also write this table in the reverse form. For example, you can put the literate and illiterate here in place of urban and rural, and you can shift the same urban and rural below men and women and total. That is, instead of literates and illiterates, you can also write here as urban and rural total, urban rural total, urban rural total. The table would look slightly different. The numbers that are written here will be shifting this side, this number will shifting this side, and these numbers will be shifting this side. Okay, you can also write this number, sorry, this table like this as well. You can, instead of here men and women, you can classify them as urban and rural and total. Below this urban rural, you can write men women total, men women total, men women total, and here it would be literates and illiterates, or here it will be men women and total, here it will be literates and illiterates, literates and illiterates total. So you can write this table in all the possible forms. Okay, so this is how you can write a manifold table. Now let us look at another type of example. So in a sample study about food habits in the two towns, the data was obtained. So here you are writing a comparative data of two different regions. So town A and town B. So that is clear here. Next, in the town A, 50% of them are male, 30% of the population is non-vegetarian, and 18% of the males are non-vegetarian. So again in town A, there is a division regarding gender as well as food habits. Similarly, in town B, 45% of them are males, 25% were non-vegetarians, 16% were male non-vegetarians. Tabulate the above data. Okay, so in the entire data has been divided according to region, that is town A and town B. In that there are again divisions like gender and food habits. So let us see how the table can be constructed. Yes, since you are dividing or you are comparing the data with another region, one region with another region, this is the best possible way to write it. So this one section and this one section gives you the clear picture of the difference between village A and village B. Hence you can observe that there is no grand total here like in your previous example. Here there was a total because you are writing the entire population here only, but here you are comparing the data of one locality with another locality, so there is no grand total here. Okay, so village A, males, females, total. Village B, males, females and total. Okay, so first we are writing the table, blank table like this. So food habits, vegetarians, non-vegetarians. In village A, how many males are vegetarians, how many males are non-vegetarians, you are writing those here. How many females are vegetarians, you are writing it here. How many females are non-vegetarians, you are writing it here, and the total. Okay, similarly village B, males, vegetarian, non-vegetarian, females, vegetarian, non-vegetarian. So this entire row is about vegetarians. This entire row is about non-vegetarians. Here, this entire row is about males of village A. This entire, sorry, column. This entire column is about females of village A, and this is the total of both the males and females. Similarly, this column gives you the total of males in village B, total of females in village B, and grand total of males and females. Since the numbers are in percentage, for both village A and village B, the grand total will be in terms of 100 only. Okay. Now we are writing the given figures. So what are the given figures here? In town A, 50, 30 and 18 are given. So 50, 30 and 18 are given figures here. So there is a star mark on their head. The rest of the numbers we have to compute. So we are writing the 100 here for obvious reasons that we know the numbers are in terms of percentage. Okay. So Now 50, 18 and 30 has been given here. So the total population is 100, out of which 50% are males. So how many of them would be females? So 100 minus 50, that is 50. 30% of them are non-vegetarians. So 100 minus 30 would be 70. Okay. Now 18% of the males are non-vegetarians. So how many would be vegetarians? 50 minus 18, that would be 32. So in the village, if 70% of the population is vegetarian and out of which 32% of them are males, then how many of them are females? So 70 minus 32, that would be 38. Okay. And out of the total non-vegetarians, if 18% of them are males, then 30 minus 18, 12. 12% of them would be females. So village A, the numbers regarding village A are complete. Now let us look at village B. So for village B, what is the data given here? 45, 25 and 16. So 45, 25 and 16 has been given. You have to compute the rest using the given data. Obviously again here the total population of the village B is 100. So 100, out of which 45% of them are males. So 100 minus 45, 55 would be females. Next. So 25% of them are non-vegetarians. Either males or females, 25% of them are non-vegetarians. So how many of the total would be vegetarians? 100 minus 25, that is 75. Okay. Similarly, out of this 25, 16 are males, non-vegetarians. So how many would be female non-vegetarians? 25 minus 16, 9. Next, out of the total number of males, 45% of the males, 16 are non-vegetarians. So how many would be the vegetarian males? So 45 minus 16, 29. Similarly, out of 55%, 9% of the females are non-vegetarians. So how many of them would be vegetarians? 55 minus 9, that is 46. And total number of vegetarians would be 29 plus 46, that is 75. So this is the total constitute of table B, sorry, village B. So this is the entire table. This is again here you can shift the males and females here and you can write vegetarians, non-vegetarians total, vegetarians, non-vegetarians total. But since the uh, word itself is big, you have to convert it to a smaller word and mention that in the footnote. Okay. But as far as village A and village B is concerned, instead of writing them here and here, it is better to write it here only, because since you are comparing, this type of representation makes it easy for a layman to look at and figure out the comparisons. So for example, in village A, the vegetarian rate is higher than that compared to village B. How do you know that? Because the vegetarian number here and here, you can compare it. Here it is 32 and here it is 29. Therefore, the male vegetarian percentage is higher in village A as compared to village B. You can say it on this basis. You can also say that the vegetarian ratio is higher in village B as compared to village A. How? Because the total number of vegetarians, percentage of the vegetarians in village B is 75, whereas in village A it is 70. So the percentage of vegetarians is higher in village B as compared to village A. This is how you can interpret it. Okay, so this is your manifold table for comparison.